The GOAT, Caitlin Clark, is back on the court. Tears coming to my eyes, man. Tears coming to my eyes. I thought I'd never see the day.
The moment Caitlin Clark stepped onto the court for Team USA's senior women's national team, every eye was on her. Coach Kara Lawson summed it up simply: she looked good on both ends. But anyone who witnessed that first practice knew it was far more than that. Clark didn't just look good. She radiated confidence, energy, and sheer dominance. After months of injuries, setbacks, and uncertainty, this was her first chance to prove she was back. The whispers had started before camp even began. Could Clark return to form? Would her sophomore season injuries hold her back? Those doubts evaporated as she pushed the tempo, hitting shots from every corner and creating instant chemistry with teammates like Aaliyah Boston. Every move screamed starting lineup. Every pass reminded everyone why she had rewritten the record books just 2 seasons earlier. Sue Bird, managing director of Team USA, couldn't hide her excitement. Watching Clark move, pass, and shoot, she knew something special was happening. Even newcomers like Angel Reese, who had come to showcase their talent, were overshadowed. Clark's energy was infectious. She smiled constantly, enjoying every dribble, every fast break, every connection with her teammates. Her return wasn't just physical, it was emotional. The woman who had set 62 records as a rookie was finally back, fully healthy, and ready to lead Team USA toward gold in 2026. Clark herself admitted the nerves were real. "I felt pretty comfortable once I touched the ball," she said. But comfort doesn't capture the moment. Her movement, her timing, her instinctive reads reminded everyone why she was one of the best players in the world. For coaches, teammates, and fans, it wasn't just a practice. It was the announcement Caitlin Clark had returned. The game was about to feel her presence again. Before the injuries, Caitlin Clark was unstoppable. Her rookie season felt almost mythical. 62 records shattered, triple-doubles piling up, and shots from half-court that left fans and opponents alike in awe. Every game she played was a statement, a reminder that a new force had arrived in women's basketball. But then, the unthinkable happened. Her sophomore season became a nightmare. One injury led to another, turning what should have been a story of dominance into a battle against her own body. Clark described it perfectly. It was one, and then a little better, and then it continued to compound. Other things would pop up. The relentless cycle of setbacks kept her off the court for months, limiting her to just 13 games. For a player who had once rewritten history, it was devastating. The physical pain was one thing, but the isolation, the frustration, and the fear that she might never return to her best form weighed even heavier. Yet through it all, Clark's spirit never broke. She credited her training staff and player development team, the people who stayed by her side without ever taking a break. "I felt like myself out there again," she said after returning to full health. "I just continued to get my lungs back, and I felt like I was moving really well." It was pretty satisfying. That smile, that feeling of reclaiming herself, became her armor. When Clark walked into Team USA camp after 5 months away from competitive basketball, the stakes couldn't have been higher. This wasn't just a practice, it was an audition for the 2026 World Cup and the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. Every coach, every analyst, every camera was focused on her first touches. Could she move like the record-breaking rookie again? Could she regain the speed, the precision, the court vision that had once made her unstoppable? In that moment, the answer became clear. Clark's nerves melted into purpose. Every dribble, every pass, every shot was infused with the determination of someone who had fought her way back, not just to the court, but to the very top of the game. From the moment Caitlin Clark stepped onto the Team USA court, it was clear that she was back and then some. Coach Kara Lawson summed it up simply: she looked good on both ends. But that understatement barely scratched the surface. Clark didn't just look good, she dominated, leaving every newcomer, even the talented Angel Reese, scrambling to keep up. Clark's energy was infectious. Every step, every dribble, every shot radiated confidence. She pushed the pace, orchestrated plays, and made decisions that seemed effortless, as if the months away from competitive basketball had never happened. Sue Bird, Team USA's managing director, couldn't hide her excitement. Watching Clark move the floor, hitting knockdown threes, threading passes with surgical precision, and connecting with Aaliyah Boston, it was obvious this was the starting lineup of the future. The chemistry between Clark and Boston was instantaneous. A simple pass turned into a perfectly timed fast break basket. A glance at a cutting teammate became an effortless alley-oop. Their connection spoke volumes about Clark's vision, basketball IQ, and ability to elevate her teammates. In minutes, she turned a group of talented individuals into a cohesive unit, setting the tone for the entire camp. Her joy was visible in every movement. "My main goal for today was just to smile and have fun," Clark said, and her smile never left her face. That confidence and joy weren't just personal victories, they became contagious. Teammates pushed harder, cut sharper, and trusted her decisions implicitly. By the end of day one, it was clear to coaches, analysts, and players alike, Caitlin Clark hadn't just returned to form. She had reasserted herself as the anchor of Team USA's next era. Every dribble, every pass, every shot told the story of a player who had faced adversity, fought through pain, and emerged stronger than ever. By day 2 of Team USA camp, Caitlin Clark's presence was impossible to ignore. Her ability to read the court, anticipate movements, and find teammates in perfect positions elevated everyone around her. Aaliyah, Boston, and Clark, having played together in Indiana Fever, seemed to communicate without words. Every cut, every screen, every timing nuance was executed with a near telepathic connection. The chemistry was so seamless. It left coaches nodding in approval and teammates inspired to push harder. Clark's court vision was staggering. She would snatch a defensive rebound and instantly assess the floor, identifying the fastest lanes and open teammates before the defense even realized what was happening. She threaded passes through traffic that would intimidate any ordinary guard, turning simple plays into highlight reels. Jackie Young and Boston weren't just recipients. They were extensions of Clark's vision, finishing plays that seemed predestined by her court intelligence. The impact wasn't limited to her immediate connections. Other players began adjusting to her tempo, cutting more aggressively, setting stronger screens, and trusting that Clark would reward their efforts. Sue Bird and the coaching staff observed with a mix of admiration and excitement. Clark wasn't just back, she was orchestrating the team's offense with the poise of a seasoned leader, inspiring confidence and improving performance across the roster, even when her shot wasn't falling. Clark's influence never wavered. Her gravity on the floor commanded attention, opening lanes and creating opportunities simply because defenders knew her threat was constant. She became the hub of the team, the engine driving every possession, the player everyone looked to for direction and execution. By the end of the session, it was clear Caitlin Clark wasn't just healthy, she was dominant. Her chemistry with teammates, strategic awareness, and infectious confidence had already begun reshaping the dynamics of Team USA. Coaches had found their linchpin, a player capable of transforming individual talent into a championship-caliber collective. As practice continued, Caitlin Clark's leadership became impossible to ignore. She didn't just play, she directed, encouraged, and inspired. Every instruction she gave, every signal on the court, was filled with confidence and clarity. Younger players gravitated toward her energy, mirroring her intensity and basketball IQ, where nerves might have taken over for a newcomer. Clark's calm command steadied the team, making everyone around her better. It was in these moments that the starting point guard spot became obvious. Coaches watched her orchestrate fast breaks, thread perfect passes through defenders, and execute precision shots under pressure. Clark's ability to lift her teammates, making players like Jackie Young and Aaliyah Boston shine, distinguished her from everyone else. This wasn't about ego, it was about creating an environment where the team could thrive. Even players with strong individual games found themselves influenced by Clark. Harder cuts, smarter spacing, and better decision-making became the standard simply because Clark set the tone. Sue Bird's eyes lit up as she watched the natural flow she had hoped to see in Team USA. "She looked great," Bird said, her voice filled with admiration. The managing director's praise wasn't casual, it confirmed that Clark wasn't just part of the team, she was the core, while other guards still fought for roster spots. Clark's dominance made the competition almost irrelevant. Every move she made reinforced that she belonged, not just as a player, but as a leader, playmaker, and the future face of Team USA by the end of practice. There was no doubt Caitlin Clark had claimed the starting point guard role, and the team's identity was already forming around her. Her journey from injury-plagued sophomore to cornerstone of Team USA wasn't just about physical recovery, it was about resilience, mental toughness, and leadership. Clark had arrived, fully ready to carry the team forward. Clark's return to the court wasn't just a physical feat, it was an emotional triumph. After months of frustration, sitting on the sidelines while injuries piled up, Every bounce of the ball in her hands was a reminder of what she had fought to regain. Walking into Team USA camp, she felt a mix of nerves and excitement, her heart racing with the knowledge that every eye was on her. Could she still move with the precision, speed, and vision that had defined her rookie season? The answer came almost immediately, with the first dribble, first step-back three, first perfectly timed pass. Clark reminded everyone why she was considered one of the best in the world. Her body responded, her legs strong, her lungs steady, her hands precise. It was as if the 5 months away had never happened. Every movement radiated confidence. Every smile on her face reflected joy at deep. Satisfying return to the game she loved. Her teammates noticed too. Aaliyah Boston's eyes lit up every time Clark drove down the court, threading passes through defenders with surgical precision. Jackie Young felt the energy shift, trusting that Clark would find her on every cut and every fast break. Even the veterans, who had seen countless players come and go, leaned in, recognizing a special moment unfolding in real time. Clark wasn't just back, she was back better, sharper, and more determined than ever. Sue Bird and the coaching staff watched with pride and relief. Bird, who had seen the highs and lows of elite athletes, understood the magnitude of what Clark had overcome. This was more than skill, it was mental fortitude, resilience, and the embodiment of a champion's mindset. The whispers of doubt were silenced with every crisp pass, every knockdown shot, and every defensive stop by the end of the day. It was clear Caitlin Clark had reclaimed her place, not only as a player capable of greatness, but as the leader around whom Team USA's future would be built. Her journey wasn't just a comeback story, it was a statement. No matter the setbacks, true talent, determination, and heart will always shine through. Clark's return wasn't just about her individual brilliance, it was about the energy she brought to the entire team. From the moment practice started, her chemistry with Aaliyah Boston was undeniable. Every cut, every screen, every pass between them felt instinctual, a seamless rhythm that made even the most difficult plays look effortless. The younger players immediately gravitated toward her energy. Learning how to read the floor and trust in each other, Jackie Young and other guards quickly adapted to Clark's tempo, knowing she would reward every smart movement with a perfect pass. Clark's smile, visible even under the intensity of camp drills, carried a sense of reassurance, a message that confidence and enjoyment could coexist with high stakes. The coaching staff, led by Sue Bird and Kara Lawson, nodded with approval, recognizing that Clark's leadership wasn't forced, it was organic, contagious. And elevating the team's performance, Clark didn't just fit in, she enhanced everyone around her. Her court vision and decision-making created opportunities for teammates who previously struggled to find their rhythm. Veteran players began to see a new dynamic forming, one that would define Team USA's identity for years to come. Every fast break, every precise entry pass reinforced the undeniable truth. Caitlin Clark was the linchpin of this team. Day 2 of camp confirmed what had become increasingly obvious. Clark was untouchable. Her knockdown threes fell with precision, her tempo dictated the flow of the game, and her decision-making under pressure left coaches and teammates in awe. Observers described her as on fire, a player who controlled every aspect of the court. Turning Team USA's practice into a masterclass in elite basketball, every possession showcased Clark's intelligence. She knew when to push, when to pass, and when to create space for others. Angel Reese and other competitors quickly realized that Clark's presence changed the dynamic entirely. Individual performances were secondary. Clark's playmaking elevated the whole team, creating an environment where winning wasn't just possible, it was inevitable. The conversation shifted from who might make the roster to who would define the next decade of USA basketball. It didn't take long for the coaches to make their decision. Clark's dominance, leadership, and consistency effectively secured her starting point. Guard position for Team USA, other guards were still competing for spots, but Clark had demonstrated she was irreplaceable. Her return signaled not only the revival of her career, but also the foundation for the team's future, including the 2026 World Cup and 2028 Olympics. The starting lineup began to take shape around her. Jackie Young at shooting guard, Kalia Copper on the wing, Darka Hamby at power forward, and Aaliyah Boston at center. Every player's strengths complemented Clark's style, creating a balanced and formidable unit. Clark wasn't just part of the team, she was the heart of it, the player everyone would look to in critical moments. Her journey from injured sophomore to cornerstone of Team USA was complete, and the path forward was clear. Caitlin Clark's story is about more than statistics or records. It's about resilience, leadership, and redefining what it means to return stronger than ever. She transformed from a record-breaking rookie through a season plagued by injuries into a leader capable of inspiring teammates and setting the standard for a new generation of USA basketball. As Team USA begins its journey toward the 2026 World Cup and the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, Clark stands at the center of its strategy, vision, and hope. Her performance at camp proved that elite talent, combined with determination and a team-first mindset, creates a lasting impact. Clark's story is a reminder that setbacks are temporary, but true greatness endures. She is back, fully healthy, and ready to lead Team USA into a decade defined by excellence, teamwork, and championship glory.